Hey everyone, we're live at the Paste Studio right now in New York with Jim Lauderdale. Jim, it's great to see you, man. Thanks for coming back.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it very much. I want to congratulate you on the fact that From Another World, the record, is out in the world right now.
Yes.
That's amazing. We're going to hear songs from across the catalog. We're not hearing any from Another World today. I just wanted to say congratulations because it's out there and it's wonderful. I'm enjoying it very much.
Thanks a lot.
But we're going to hear four from across the catalog. And can you talk to us about what's coming up first and why you chose it?
Yeah, this song is from a record called Planet of Love, and it's an album that Rodney Crowell and John Leventhal co-produced on me. And it was my first. I had done a couple of records before that, a bluegrass one and a country record, but they didn't come out. And so this was the first record that got released. And I wrote most of the songs on it with John Leventhal, who's just an incredible writer, producer, guitar player. And so we were writing one day, and I was playing a cassette tape. He said, "Do you have any ideas?" So I was playing him some stuff, and I was just playing him anything so we could get going. And so I played this thing, and he said, What did you say? I found a new planet? I said, "Yeah, I think so." He said, "Let's do that." So I really enjoyed our collaboration because it was a lot of times, you finish that sentence and come up with that thing. And it was just great to write with John. So here's Planet of Love. I found a new planet that only I can see. Just came back to get you. Let's leave this misery. Nothing can reach us so far from harm's way. Only sunshine and rainbows every day. We've got to get back there. Hurry up and get your things. The countdown has started. Go ahead, try on these wings. Don't need no spaceship for what I'm thinking of. Didn't I tell you that I'd take you to the planet of love? Well, I got tired of losing, but now I'm in control. So help me start packing. We don't have far to go. I found a new planet. Don't revolve around the sun. We'll make a new start there. The journey's just begun. Won't get into trouble in our new world so far above. Didn't I tell you that I'd take you to the planet of love? Didn't I tell you that I'd take you to the planet of love? Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
That was outstanding. There's a lot of applause coming through the internet pipes here. In addition to the one in this room and the two in the control room, there's a lot of people on the other side of those screens who are very happy. So thanks for playing today,
Sure.
man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So you started to talk a little bit about the songwriting relationship
Yes.
that produced that first song with and also the relationship with Rodney Crowell as well. Can you? I forgot. Did you say that the next song you're going to play? Are you going to do one of the ones that you did with Robert Hunter next, or are we?
No, that'll be a little later. I'm going to do Planet of Love and was on Reprise Records, and then a few years later, I did 2 records with my friend Dusty Wakeman producing, and I was living out in Los Angeles. And one of them we did at Mad Dog Studios. The other one we did at a sound stage at Pioneer Town, California, which is in Yucca Valley. It's this old Western movie set.
Well, that's where Pappy and Harriet's is, right?
Pappy and Harriet's.
Yeah,
and
totally.
So, it's just a few doors down from Pappy and Harriet's. So
the only 2 things in Pioneer Town.
That's
I think.
right.
Yeah.
And so I went out at that time. It was before I started staying at Dusty Wakeman's Rim Rock Ranch. He had some cabins up there, and I was staying at 29 Palms Inn, where I used to stay. And
I stayed in the Graham Parsons room at the Joshua Tree Inn.
Me too. Once. Isn't that wild?
There's a vibe about that room.
There is.
Yeah, we stayed in the Emmylou Harris room the next night.
Cool. That's a great place. I just love that area. And I go out once a year and play at Pappy and Harriet's, usually in April or May. This year it was June. And I stay out a few days before or after and write, because when I was living in L.A., that was one of the, other than, just California and the greatness of that, but there was a great music scene in L.A. at that time when I was out there at the Palomino Club, and just Chris Gaffney, Rosie Flores, Dale Watson, Buddy Miller moved down. And but writing out in the Joshua Tree, Pioneer Town, Rim Rock area was real important to me. And so this song, these 2 records, Pretty Close to the Truth and Every Second Counts, these records I did with Dusty Wakeman. Well, this song is off of Every Second Counts. And so these have just been, are out of print, but Spotify just released those 3 albums. So I'm really glad about that, because the main thing for me is that music is available, after, and I want people to be able to hear it. So I was out at 29 Palms, and I write best sometimes when I have a project coming up, and this was coming right up.
Yeah, deadlines are can be more than a little bit important to the creative process.
Yes, yeah. And I do this song a lot with my friends Donna the Buffalo, who I just love those guys so much. If they tell you it's gotta be their way, and you can't make up a mind of your own, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it is. Someone who never hurts, that's not the way it works. Keep your spirits pointed towards the heavens. You'll know better when you get back home. easy answers to the hardest problems. Peace comes quickly, justice will prevail. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it is. Someone who never hurts. That's not the way it works. Keep your spirits pointed towards the heavens. You'll know better when you get back home. You might notice things you've never seen, not to mention all that's in between. Keep your spirits pointed towards the heavens. You'll know better when you get back home. Keep your spirits pointed towards the heavens. We'll know better when we get back home. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
That sounds great, man. I'd like to maybe extend what you were talking about earlier about being out in Joshua Tree and writing there. I mean, there's something obviously for you very conducive about being out there amongst all the this huge expanse and under the stars and all that. That's really conducive to the mindset of creating songs. Can we talk a little more about what else you do in order to stay in a receptive mind state to be able to write stuff and play? Can we talk about your Tai Chi practice and your Qigong practice and how that relates to the songwriting and just your mental clarity and creativity generally?
That does help. I tend to be this, I don't know what personality type it is, but I get stressed out really easily. And in this business and just life in general, trying to cope with stuff, I just get really uptight. And so that Tai Chi and Qigong really helps me. I think any exercise helps people because you go somewhere else, you get outside of yourself. Even though you're with Tai Chi and Qigong, you're inside yourself, but at the same time, you just kind of go beyond you, and which is important. And I think it's in life and in this business too, just to get away from yourself, you know what I mean? Because it's just important to do. And also, being out in the desert, it's so different. It's like being on Mars or something out there. And it's just really inspiring. And song-wise, a lot of times melodies just come to me, and I record them and put them away for later, or sometimes a title. That's when I'm writing alone. And they come at strange times sometimes, not necessarily when you're sitting there trying to make something happen. It's interesting how it works. You never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have certainly made a strong case for those martial arts techniques, or just any kind of mindfulness practice, because you come across as about the most laid back dude in the entire world. And
Well, not the most. Come on, I'm sure there are others that are more laid back.
Potentially, but top 1%, certainly. You strike me as a very, very relaxed guy, and to learn the fact that you are the type of person who tends to get stressed out is a wonderful endorsement of using those techniques in order to stay relaxed and receptive to be able to do stuff and to hang out with people in your life and be a normal human and not a ball of stress all the time.
Well, I'd like to be thought of or remembered as the Perry Como of Americana music, Mr. Relaxation. But it's funny, when I was just went over to China recently. I was studying with some of my teachers, and there was a new guy that I hadn't studied with, and he was talking about and that we were doing this stuff, push hands, which I'm the worst at. That's this stuff where you get with a partner and there are these different arm patterns and, touching your wrists and all this stuff to try to feel the energy of your partner, the sensitivity, and to try to find their balance and to move them off of their balance but keep yours. And I'm just terrible at it. It's like dancing. I'm a terrible dancer, and when people have tried to teach me how to dance, after a while they have this look on their face like, after I go, no, really, I can't dance, and they go, come on, sure you can. And then after a while I see this look of like, oh my God,
you were right all along.
This guy's like, and so I could see this guy as he was doing these certain patterns, but he kept going, relax, relax. I mean, in China, and it hit me. I kind of had this breakthrough of just, dropping your energy, letting your diaphragm relax, and just relaxing. And I know I might seem like Perry Como, but, it's a good exercise just when things get thrown at you, which that'll never stop.
Yeah.
The external stuff that comes at you is never, it could even get much worse, but you've just got to learn how to take it, just relax without.
True.
Because when you get like that, it just doesn't help.
The only bit of the process that you have any control over is the way that you react to it. That external thing, like you're saying, it's never going to stop. That's why that show, The Walking Dead, is so popular, because it's like the zombies just keep coming and everybody feels that way.
Right.
It's a perfect metaphor for modern life. There's just these responsibilities that are not going to quit. So all we can do is control how we deal with them.
Yeah.
Jim, thank you for coming and doing this, man. We really appreciate it. And there's still 2 more songs coming up. Can you tell us what's coming up third today?
Yeah. I'm going to do a couple of things that I got to write with Robert Hunter, and I want to celebrate his music and life. And the upcoming shows I've got, I'm going to do more stuff we wrote together. I was very fortunate to get to write a lot with him, starting when I was doing a record with Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys, and Robert and Jerry Garcia were big fans of Ralph Stanley's, and they started off in a bluegrass band together years ago, and I really love Robert Hunter, and he was just so important to so many of us. And, so I want to, here's a song that we wrote together called Patchwork River, and it's the title of a record. I did a few records of our collaborations, and then on some other records, some different songs, but a few of them were songs that just Robert and I wrote, and so here we go. I heard your farmer say, "Excuse me, please. Those were the days, but so are these. Pull over, park, turn off the key. Let's go walking, just you and me. Sometimes always, sometimes never. Been that way damn near forever. Promises that don't deliver. Let's go down the Patchwork River. Patchwork River, Patchwork River. Me and Joe Farmer walk down together. Talk about hopes, talk about schemes, talk about salvaging some of our dreams. Well, heard Joe Farmer say, if I may, serve you breakfast from a supper tray. Got no eggs, but I saved some shell. Lost the clapper, but I found the bell. This man's father is that man's son. Brothers or sisters, has he none? Looks in the shaven glass, what's he see? Looks like mama, but he talks like me. Patchwork River, Patchwork River. Me and Joe Farmer walk down together. Tell a few jokes at our own expense about life on the other side of the fence. Well, heard Joe Farmer say don't be shy. Same rules apply as in days gone by. Styles may vary and the lingo bend. What it all boils down to in the end. Pay your dues and take your chance. Don't mistake hunger for romance. Forgiveness is nifty, but enough's enough. When I keep on pulling that same old stuff. Patchwork River, Patchwork River. Me and Joe Farmer walk down together. Talk about wealth and the worry it brings, a lack of satisfaction and other things. Vision is simple by moonlight. Everything black and white, no colors to construe. Just a range of black and blue. Softer tones, fewer choices. Freedom from too many voices. A newborn moon's a silver sliver gleaming on a Patchwork River. Joe Farmer say, just in case you feel like cutting right to the chase, I would never stand in your way. There's just one thing I wanna say. What you do for love alone will last. The rest just clutters up your past. But if you don't know that much by now, you're never gonna learn it anyhow. Patchwork River, Patchwork River. Me and Joe Farmer walk down together. Talk about hopes, talk about schemes, talk about salvaging some of our dreams. Patchwork River, flowing with song. Patchwork clouds just drifting along. Talk about hopes, talk about schemes, talk about salvaging some of our dreams.
Nice. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
That's a this room is, I know you got a chance to check out all of the tapes here last time and a little bit this time as well, but this is a perfect environment to have played that. I mean, Robert Hunter and the Grateful Dead is, I think it is for a fact the most well-represented band in this entire archive. A lot of the Bill Graham stuff from the Fillmore, all those New Year's Eve shows. There's Jerry Garcia Band. There's Rat Dog. There's Bobby and the Midnights. Like every iteration of those guys is here. Wow. As is Ralph Stanley. Man, there's a Ralph Stanley tape here from 1968 at the Newport Folk Festival, doing Man of Constant Sorrow, doing the Hills of Roane County. I'd love to play back that tape for you. But the point being that this environment is a wonderful environment to have played that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can we also let's tell people let's tell the internet where you are going to be. There's a lot of dates coming up. They are, of course, all at jimlauderdalemusic.com. Can we talk about some of the festival dates that are
Sure.
coming up? I know you're doing the Sewanee Spring Reunion, Merle Fest, and Bristol. Also, can you talk about the significance of some of those festivals to you?
Yeah, they. I've been doing it used to be called Magfest and Springfest, and it's down at the Spirit of Sewanee Park in Florida, and it's just really such a great place. Vassar Clements used to play there a lot.
We got a ton of Vassar tapes here from the Great American Music Hall archive, when the Great American Music Hall used to be have music like the type of music the Vassar plays.
He was so great, such a good guy, and Peter Rowan's there a lot, and Donna the Buffalo's always there, and I do a set with them, and it's just I've really gotten a lot of inspiration song-wise being there, and jammed a lot late at night with Jeb and Tara from Donna the Buffalo, and there's something about trying to recreate the feeling I get there when I've jammed just around a campfire with them and a bunch of other folks. I try to take that into shows. If I'm playing someplace, and I'll just try to dial in that feeling of the joy of playing. And Merle Fest, I'll be there. I've been doing that, I think, about since 1998 or so, and really love that festival. And even though Doc Watson is gone, his spirit's still there, and it's just a really, really great festival. And in Bristol, Spirit of Sewanee Fest. In Bristol, the Bristol Rhythm and Roots Festival, and that is really cool. They block off the streets, and a lot of different stages, and I enjoy that. So Bristol, it's different. I was mentioning the desert and the inspiration, and because of those Bristol sessions from 1927. You just get this cool vibe just walking around the streets. Wow, Jimmy Rogers and the Carter family and Pop Stoneman and all these other great musicians walked these streets and then recorded this music that, really set things off for popular music. And also, I'll be on the Outlaw Country Cruise and Cayamo.
Oh, nice. With the 6-man guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And my friend Buddy Miller got me on those. And, of course, Buddy and I have a radio show called the Buddy and Jim Show on Sirius XM.
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed it very, very much while I was visiting my parents over Thanksgiving. I was out with the satellite radio and listening to that quite a bit. So
Thank you. And I hope that
man.
if they heard you listening to our show, then they also thought, oh, thank goodness. If he's listening to this, then he's okay. We're not going to worry about.
I think they thought, "What is a satellite radio?" was the first thought that they had. But then once they heard you guys talking, they felt pretty good about their parenting decisions.
Well, Buddy is just, he's an amazing man and a great friend, and just I learned so much from him doing that show. He's like an encyclopedia of music.
Yeah.
And so interesting, such a loving guy. So I'm very fortunate to. Also, in June, I'm going to be at a festival in England I've never played at the end of May. It's called the Red Rooster Festival. So that's going to be fun. I haven't been playing over in that area in a while. Oh, yeah, and I'll be opening up for Nick Lowe in Australia.
Yeah, man, that'll be fun.
So that's cool. And then going out on the West Coast in May, and that'll be, I'll have a great band with me, and going up and down the coast, and so that's going to be
Cool. Good, man. We'll travel safely between all those dates. I know I saw 3 West Coast dates on the website. There are a lot more that are about to be announced. Maybe they're not public. I don't know. But when they are all public, they'll all be up at jimlauderdalemusic.com. So travel safe and enjoy all of them, man. It sounds like you've got a lot of cool stuff lined up all the way through the fall. So enjoy it. And thanks for playing the music, man. We've got a 4th song coming up right now. Can you tell us what's last today?
This one is another song I got to write with Robert Hunter, so I want to send this out to his memory and to his family and people that enjoyed his music and lyrics. And this is a tune, you know how it is with musicians. A lot of times, different places you play, people will request a certain group of songs, and this is one of them. And so it's called Tales of the Sad Hotel. I am no stranger, I'm not your cousin. A relative from way, way out of town. Still ain't no stranger, how's it going? Gonna send my loving down in buckets to the ground. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. Nothing less I'll settle for than all your love. I got a message for you, it's a token of the peace that could rain down from up above. Gonna send my loving down in buckets to the ground. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. Baby, oh mine, oh baby, why can't you see? Your uptown circumstance is just a fantasy. Oh, for you and me, gonna send my loving down in buckets to the ground. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. Gonna send my loving down. Gonna send my loving down. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. This is forever, not some halfway place where you can change your face and plans. Get away when things get out of hand. Gonna send my loving down in buckets to the ground. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. Gonna send my loving down. Gonna send my loving down. Tales of the sad hotel I'll tell until the stars fall down. I am no stranger, I'm not your cousin. A relative from way, way out of town.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Right. Yeah, man, we appreciate you coming up so much. Have a safe trip back to Nashville and a safe trip everywhere, all across the world. Those Australian dates supporting Nick with Nick Lowe, and then and all the festival dates, man. It's all up at jimlauderdalemusic.com. And also, congratulations to you on the release of From Another World. It's out in the world right now. And dude, thank you for the music. Thank you for the stories. You really appreciate you coming by, and come back anytime it makes sense for you. We'll be here doing this.
Okay, how about next week?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. An all Jim Lauderdale all week next week. That's what's happening officially now. And
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.